Every morning at 7 a.m., the street came alive with an impossible sight, something that made even the bravest neighbors stop in shock. A tiny 5-year-old girl walked 6 massive dogs as if she owned them. Phones clicked. Whispers spread. Who is she? How does she do it? The dogs moved with perfect precision, eyes sharp, muscles tense, completely obedient. But it wasn't just their skill that stunned everyone, because one day, the women of the neighborhood would discover a secret that could change everything. Before we dive in, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? After the morning spectacle, videos of the girl went viral. Phones buzzed nonstop, hashtags like #DogQueen and #MysteryGirl spreading across social media. Everyone in the neighborhood had questions, but no one dared approach her. Claire, a new resident, couldn't resist. He leaned on his fence, eyes fixed on the girl as she moved down the street with effortless control. There was something extraordinary about the way the dogs responded to her commands, every bark, every turn perfectly synchronized. Curiosity gnawed at him. Who is she? Why did she walk these enormous dogs alone? And why did the street feel different when she was around, as if even the air held its breath? The next morning, Clara followed her quietly, careful not to startle the dogs. Every step revealed more mystery, the soft whispers she gave them, the way she adjusted their leashes, and the calm confidence that no adult he had seen could match. Something extraordinary was happening. Clara continued to shadow her, keeping a safe distance as the street emptied. The dogs moved like living shadows, every muscle alert. Small but strange details caught his eye, a worn badge dangling from one collar, a paw scar on another dog. They responded instantly to her soft commands. No adult could manage such disciplined animals with this level of authority. Clara's heart pounded. Who was teaching a 5-year-old this kind of power? Why were the dogs so protective yet perfectly obedient? At her house, he glimpsed a photograph pinned to the doorframe, a man in uniform, smiling proudly with the very dogs she walked. Pieces clicked together. This was no ordinary child. She was carrying a legacy built on courage, love, and loyalty, hidden in plain sight. The next morning, the quiet street was shattered. Animal control officers arrived, uniforms crisp, badges gleaming. "This is unsafe," one said, clipboard in hand. A child alone with so many powerful dogs. The girl didn't flinch. She gripped the leashes with steady hands. The dogs sensed the threat immediately, growling low but controlled. Neighbors peeked from windows, whispers spreading faster than wildfire. Could a 5-year-old really control these animals alone? Clara watched, tension knotting his chest. He knew her skill wasn't reckless, but the officers were threatening to take the dogs away, her connection to something far bigger than herself. Her eyes met Clara's, silent but determined. This was more than a confrontation over rules, it was a test of courage, loyalty, and a secret no one could take without a fight. That evening, Clara followed her one last time. The dogs moved like silent sentinels, alert and ready. When they reached her small house, he noticed a row of worn police collars hanging neatly by the door, each with a name etched into the metal. Inside, the air smelled faintly of leather and pine. A photograph of a man in uniform smiled proudly with the very dogs she walked. A badge glimmered nearby, pinned above letters and framed memories. Clara realized the truth. These were no ordinary pets, they were retired police canines. The girl, barely 5, had been continuing her father's legacy. Every walk, every command, every careful gesture honored the dogs that had once served with him. The neighborhood's whispers turned to awe. A tiny girl had been preserving heroism, step by step, leash by leash, hidden in plain sight. Word spread quickly. Neighbors, once skeptical, now admired her courage. Volunteers offered help, letters of support arrived, and Clara guided her carefully, making sure she wasn't overwhelmed. The dogs, once tense, now trotted calmly beside her. Children lingered on the street, whispering excitedly, while adults nodded quietly in awe. Every morning walk now carried meaning. She wasn't just walking dogs, she was walking her father's legacy, teaching everyone that courage and devotion could come from the smallest and most unexpected places. The story went viral worldwide. News outlets praised her bravery, and social media buzzed with admiration. The girl's daily routine remained unchanged, but now the street greeted her with respect instead of whispers. The retired K-9s walked proudly beside her, their loyalty unwavering. Every step carried the memory of her father, his courage, his sacrifice, and the bond he shared with his dogs. As the sun set, Clara watched her pass by, the dog's tails high, her head held even higher. He whispered, "True bravery doesn't need an audience, but when the world sees it, it can change hearts." In that moment, the neighborhood realized heroes come in all sizes, and legacies can be carried by the smallest hands.